Coral reefs are some of the most amazingly beautiful ecosystems in the entire world. And when scientists like me saw images like the ones you just saw of coral reefs bleaching and dying all over the world during this global bleaching event that lasted from 2014 to 2017, it just brought us to tears. The three big threats to coral reefs are climate change, the impact of fishing practices on our reefs, and the impact of pollutants. So let's break these down. As the Earth warms due to climate change, we're seeing impacts on coral reefs everywhere. This climate change is occurring because of the fossil fuels that you and I are burning when we're driving our cars, electricity for our lights, our phones, our computers. All of this is warming up the Earth. And the oceans are absorbing most of that excess heat that's coming as a part of global warming. As the oceans are warming, we're seeing the impact on coral reefs directly. And the satellite images you're seeing behind me are showing how those are affecting reefs by warming them to the point that they bleach. Bleaching occurs when corals expel or kick out the microscopic algae living in their tissues. These algae give them their colors, but they also give them their food. And so when the reefs bleach, they're at risk of dying. What about other things? Let's look at the overfishing. Coral reefs are very important sources of fish for many people. But just like healthy reefs are needed to have healthy fish, we need the fish populations to stay at healthy levels to keep those reefs healthy as well. The fish are eating the excess algae that grows on the corals, mowing it down so that they have places for new corals to come in and settle. And destructive fishing practices used in some part of the world, whether it's blast fishing, dynamite fishing, or whether it's the use of chemicals like cyanide, kills corals at the same time as people harvest fish. Then there's pollution. All kinds of pollution of things we dump on land that gets washed into the ocean. Whether it's excess fertilizer that causes algae to grow on reefs, whether it's sediments being washed off where the land is being eroded, whether it's pollutants like plastics that we make on land get washed off into the water. Some of these get tangled on reefs, causing them to be diseased and die. So we need to take actions in our daily life to help coral reefs to survive. We've lost perhaps half of the coral reefs around the world at this point, and what you and I do on a daily basis can help keep the remaining half alive.